Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Chachi. With me as always is Maxwell. We are changing up the schedule a little bit this week. Tonight we'll be playing Nioh and reserving the normal co-op stream for Thursday night's slot. So without further ado, let's jump back in. Now when last we met, we completed the mission The Spirit Stone Slumbers, which finished all of the main story missions for the Isle of Kyushu. Now, we have a couple of things that we could do before we leave. We have some side missions in each of the areas that we visited, and we could also noodle around with the starting point. I don't really intend to do that. I already did the ninja training mission in my own time to keep things streamlined. But Ginchio is pretty cool. People seem to like her, so we're going to come down here. Now this is a neat mission because the reward includes a smithing text. And what that means is it gives you the ability to go to the blacksmith and say, hey, can you make me this weapon? And the smithing text is for her sword, the crazy one with all the lightning all over it.
But why would you need to... Oh, I guess in case you sell it accidentally.
Yeah, you could grind for more copies of Raikiri, because you get one as a reward for finishing this story mission. But it's always going to be a blue rarity, and it's a level 19 mission. Eventually, the power of an item that you could forge as a blacksmith will outpace the ones that you could just find from the beginning of the game.
I see.
So, let's earn a smithing text. And here's that Kunoichi who was sassing us in the cutscene last time.
I like her.
Don't do anything uncouth, she says. Well, your boy William would never do such a thing.
No, he's a good man. Actually, he is.
I mean, he might have been. It was a couple hundred years ago at this point. Who really knows?
Yeah. But I mean, just from the stories that you hear about him, like the whole thing where he was married back in England and forced to annul the marriage because he was stuck in Japan for the rest of his life. But didn't he continue to send money to his family back in England for most of the rest of his life, I believe.
Yeah, that's true. He did send them stipends.
So he was not obligated to.
The other thing that was really important, and that he sort of risked his character on by annulling his marriage, is that it meant his wife was legally allowed to remarry, which carries a lot of advantages. So, you know. But that's in England. We're in Japan, and this is Ginchio. She's small, but she's fierce.
Don't mess with her.
Yeah. Alright, so, let's see. Here we are at this abandoned shrine. And I see a goodie here. Is this the thing Ginchio wants? No.
Doubt it's that easy. If only.
Yeah, if only. Alright, well I see some movement on the roof over there. There's a dweller standing on that roof, waiting to probably huck rocks or fire bombs or something, so we'll... Hey! You are supposed to cack it when I shoot you in the heat.
He almost did.
Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. But now... Uh-oh. Actually, let's go ninja on this boy. Come here, you. What do you say? Something else has happened behind me. I'll have to let Ginchio handle it. Ginchio, are you getting your butt kicked by a skeleton?
Maybe.
Ginchio! Oh, it's a big skeleton. Yeah,
And she did a number.
Yeah, that's
on
not
it.
so bad.
She almost had it.
Alright, you. It's fine. You did okay.
Ooh, that's a lot of purple.
Sagazawa here met with an unfortunate end. And he's about to do it again. Because there's two of us and one of him. One that's sucking off.
I like how competent the NPCs in this game are.
Yeah, they're all actually fairly useful when you have somebody tagging along. They don't
Light
really-
thief armor.
they don't really get in the way. Yeah, thief armor is just a set of armor that you can find. Nioh for mopping that up. Ooh. Kai Sen here has
very good one.
has all of the purples.
You're going to get something good from it.
You might get something. Uh-oh. A wrinkle. There's a skeleton here.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's fine. You and Ginshio were able to hold your own against Yoki and a big skeleton.
Large one. Yeah, should be okay. He dropped some shoes. Snore. We need a cool present for Munishige's side hoe. Why are we getting a present for Munishige's side hoe?
I don't know.
Well, it's because, for better or worse, Ginshio really does love him. And since she is unable to bear him children due to the misfortunes she suffered earlier in the story, she wants to, you know, keep things nice. Ginshio, you must block the arrow.
Hey, Halls.
Halls, welcome! Glad to see that you made it out after your travails in not Spain. Who's back there?
Ah, it's a boy.
You, whoop! I was about to ask him if he was going to throw a punch, and I guess he was just waiting for his moment.
He was doing the deer in headlights thing, like, maybe if I don't move, he won't see me.
He spotted me. Time to go ham. Alright, uh-oh. This has 3 of these, straps on it, which means it's time to communicate. Alright, you, what do you got to say for yourself?
No, no, no. He wanted to surprise you.
Mm-hmm. But he's not allowed.
How are you trying to sort your clothes, Halls?
I mean, you know, slacks, shirts.
Yeah, I guess. I would just generally call that doing laundry, but that might be an American versus a British thing. Block a lot of those.
Yep, but the heavy attacks do a lot of key damage, and the Kusarigama throws out so many heavy attacks in such rapid succession that even a really serious effort to block all those hits can generally just kind of ruin you because you run out of use.
I see you trying to do some spring cleaning on the clothes. Yeah, I need to do that too. I've had a lot of things that have gotten some holes in them over the year. I wish I didn't have to, because one of them is like my favorite shirt, but it's got a huge hole in the elbow because I apparently have the world's sharpest elbows.
They're not that sharp.
They're pretty sharp.
That guy has got a boulder.
So he does. Time to Indiana Jones it. Chachi is better whistler than I am.
I'm not even a very good whistler.
That was pretty on point.
Oops. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to tell because we defeated him so quickly after it happened there, but since Ginshio's sword is lightning elemental, it activated the slowdown debuff, and you saw the little icon of the lightning bolts next to his health bar, which meant that he would have been slowed down in both movement and attack animations had we allowed him to live.
Halls, no, you should not be embarrassed by owning a skirt almost identical to Ashley's in Resident Evil 4. That just means you have cosplay opportunities.
Yeah, there you go. You just have to simulate ballistics. So I don't know, like roll up 2 or 3 pairs of socks and stuff them down your blouse.
Gotta love anime, or not anime, but video game girls, right? Yeah, anime counts too.
I mean, Resident Evil is fairly anime. Did I just see... Wow, where'd you boys come from? Purple Dachi. Yeah, let's keep this moving. Keep bypassing all the goodies.
He's trying to give you some arrows. How about that?
Well, normally I get them from Tomei, so not to decline. Let's see. I wonder what this guy died of.
Massive pathetic ears.
She really does have the wingnut look going. He got big ol' aura.
Oh, level 51.
Oof,
We're
boy.
getting in for a tough fight. Oh, but Ginshio is all in.
Ginshio is ferocious.
Atta girl.
To attack, as they say. Of course, when there's 2 of you, even if he's blocking, you can just sort of mindlessly bash on his block until it crushes.
Yeah.
Another summoner's candle. Very important. And the shortcut, also important. Up we go. Let's see here. Whoop. Hello.
Just for the record, Halls is playing Resident Evil 4, and that is a very good game.
He fell dune.
So we're on a bit of a RE4 mindset. We were just watching her play it just a little bit ago.
Well, this game is like RE4. You got a shotgun and
Yeah, but
a wisecracking blonde protagonist. You have neither of those things in Nioh. I'm lying. Just bald-faced.
you can't really compare William and Leon Kennedy.
No, you can't. You can't compare a lot of things to Leon Scott Kennedy. Holy smokes. Y'all got any treasure up here?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a rock.
It's a little better than a rock. Let's come down here. Whoop. How about back here? A treasure.
Whoa! Oh no!
Piss.
you got too eager.
My greed. They say that having a thing is not so pleasing as wanting it, but I wanted it too much, thereby proving the horseshoe corollary to that theory. Alright, let's try it again. This time shall be different. Give me that.
And it was different.
Ah, I got some liquor.
Which means I can't quote Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Correct.
And that makes me sad.
Yeah, there are a couple of types of magic sake in this game. Daionjin's sake, let's see, it removes elemental debuffs. So if somebody sets you on fire or saturates you with water or something like that, you can slug that down and get yourself debuffed. It didn't really work, but
Wouldn't that just be buffed? Oh yeah, look at the poison thing.
Yeah, the little statues around here will barf poison or spew flames at you or something. They're kind of rude in that respect, but it's okay.
Be sure to take them out before passing by.
Yeah, usually it's only the intact ones that do that, so it's easier to tell. And you get dead. There we go. What did it? That was almost a poison. Alright. And here we have... Oh, here's another...
Uzbek is back.
Uzbek is back. Okay, well, good.
Tongue twister right there.
Uzbek will be back. To hell.
Man, Kinshio.
Yeah, she angry. Nice. You gave me the old rope-a-dope. Let's just have a cookie to celebrate. Now, the back door into the, this is kind of like a sepulcher or catacombs or something. Oh, I spy with my little eye something beginning with N.
Hey, buddy.
Let's see, now, what do you like? I think this boy wants me to be rude to him. No, he doesn't. Okay.
He does not like rude boys.
Well, shoot, that's not good. Whoops!
Oh!
Now he angry. Oh, he's
Muffed
pissed.
it up.
Okay.
And now we get to see how tough Nurikabe is.
They're tough enough to blow up my living weapon in one swipe, so there's... Whoops. Whew. Okay, well... Oh dear, oh dear.
Don't piss off the Nurikabe.
Yeah, it's generally not worth your time to fight them. If you can either circumnavigate them or get out of here, skeleton.
All the way back.
Yeah, it's time for the run back. The old salty trot. Which, thanks to that shortcut, takes hardly any time at all.
Ooh, care can beware of poison.
Nah, if you don't stand in it, you're really not under any direct threat.
Now, is Genshio just running to keep up with you now, or is she back here still?
She should be somewhere behind me. She might be attacking enemies, but... Okay, so,
Try that again.
he's already annoyed. I've placated him.
So, do they hold?
I'm sorry?
Do they hold what they wanted you to do between lives, or...
Yes.
Okay.
They, any given Nurikabe will always reply positively or negatively to the same stimuli. Genshio...
She's just out there killing things. Oh, and getting...
Alright, time to go seek her out. She is somewhere
on
in
your
this
map?
direction. Yeah, I can see her blinking. Alright, where are you, little rascal?
There she is.
Where is she? Oh, she's under the bridge. Let's sneak up on this skeleton for old time's sake.
Whoa.
Yeah, skeletons have very... their stamina is very weak.
Skeletons are weak to crushing damage.
I didn't-
How about that?
I didn't do this right. I'm just gonna have to dodge this. Yeah, I get it, Genshio. I'm coming. Alright, where are you?
Yeah, so your partners are competent, but...
Where? Hello? Where the hell is she? Maybe if I rest at the shrine. Let's do that. There she is. Hello. Okay.
Shrines are your friends.
Now, we'll just kind of will remain mindful that I have to be polite to Ginchio. I have to do not uncouth things. And
Something to pull you up.
yeah, I did the thing that I said I wasn't going to do. So, you know. It's time to ninja. Ah, you see that sort of burgundy yin-yang symbol on that guy? That meant that he was inflicted with a discord. Because Ginchio probably electrified him, and then I'm gonna get torn up by that guy throwing bombs if I'm not careful.
Grab your stuff and go.
Yeah, we're gonna ignore that. Come on, Ginchio. Come on. Hello? Where are you going?
To fight the bombs.
Don't tell me. Oh, for God's sake. Kid, you're breaking my balls here.
Ginchio wants to fight.
No? Okay. I guess we'll have to then. I'm trying to knock this guy off the... There we go. This is not it for you, you complete dork. Get up. You should be. It was one skeleton.
Not even that big one.
How
Oh
are
no,
you
fire.
gonna get taken out by one of skeleton?
Ginchio, you better not go up that up that bridge.
Yeah, I think she's... I think that those guys are not close enough for her to bother with, so... It's all going wrong.
I know what you mean, Halls.
The comedy of errors.
My thing is just I do not really enjoy shopping all that much, so I tend to have to be dragged out to get new clothes.
Yeah, shopping...
Because I also don't like doing clothes shopping online.
Well, I don't understand the point of shopping for something that needs to fit you when you can't even try it on.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Uzbek is back is back.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna bother with him. We got shit to do. I'm taking too much time dicking around in this.
Getting good money though, and souls.
Yeah, I do have a little bit of a run knocking about. Alright, so let's... Next.
Like, I'll buy clothes for cosplay online, because it's not that easy to find something in person, but otherwise, I prefer to do it.
Oh,
I prefer to
you
do my shopping in
tricky
person.
skeleton. Oops, I'm gonna get whacked. Yep, that's what happens when you don't notice that a chest contains a Vagina.
He's making fun of you.
Cheeky dick. Yes, goodbye to you.
Those are the closest things to a mimic this game has, right?
Correct.
Get off that. Off that pressure plate.
I promise I'll try. Alright, down here. Let's see, this should be the way out. Yep. So all that mess is... Pardon you? Is technically optional, but, you know, we like a good goodie. Wait a minute, did I didn't go inside the damn shrine. Oh well, no. Probably come back to bite me in a little while.
Can you go back and do it?
Yeah, I can. I'll do that right now.
Yeah, this is very, Oh, hey,
What?
shrine.
Yeah, that's where I started.
Oh.
Sorry. I didn't mean a gameplay shrine, I meant that shrine up there.
The one that was being guarded.
I did not. I didn't open the door.
Ah.
Therefore, I'm not allowed to get on the floor. As it were.
How many clothes can you fit in the 2 days of summer you get up in Manchester?
I mean, you can fit a lot of clothes in the summer if you're not a coward. You're going to be a little uncomfortable. Uh-oh. Here come that boy.
Whoa!
One-eyed Oni are not to be trifled with, and here I am, trifling with a one-eyed Oni. Whoops, so is Ginchio. Wham.
Oh, yikes.
Boy, he is really letting her have it. But she did inflict a lightning damage on him before she got knocked out, so he is now extremely Oni forever.
Until it runs out.
It's fine. See?
Oh man, arm and a leg.
Yeah. It was a costly mistake to jump at me. Take that. Alright.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
Okay, they're not actually.
Yeah, these are not real sentries. And we have another Mujina chest. Good gravy. Alright, get out here.
Rains 20 days every month. We could use some of that.
Yeah. We should trade. Set up a foreign exchange program for weather. You can have some of our searing, blistering, no rain weeks, and we'll take some of your dreary, rainy weeks.
Yeah.
Seems fair.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. There's just like a sort of an ornamental mirror or prayer wheel or something. People used to come here, but, you know, it sucks now, so they don't. And that's the last we'll say about that. Back down into the hole. Ah, my toe.
There's a lot of ways to get over here.
My leg.
My toe leg.
I'm not thinking about my ninja technique. Alright, game face. And into the... Hang on a minute. That didn't seem right. But,
Whoa.
speaking of people getting legit killed...
Good Lord, Ginchio.
Yeah, she's
Ooh.
going ham. Speaking of which... New room, new revenant. Uh-oh, this guy with his sword. I wonder what he's got. Maybe he had those dragon swords like we found last time. Man, this guy is tough. How little damage that death blow did.
And Ginchio comes up and just handles it.
Using the pop. Ooh, he spattered a bunch of them with it too. Yep, he had a dragon sword. How about that? Whoa, pressure plate. Okay, first I must fall for the trap before I can take its reward, which is some... Wow, 4 evil banishing arrows. Definitely a rewarding prize. Ginchio, you alright over there?
Ginchio.
Oh, do not. Kid.
Maybe you should sort of guide her around the other way.
I don't think that's gonna work. Ugh.
She's not getting out of there.
It's fine. Everything is fine. We are all fine here. How are you? Are you kidding me?
Told you.
What is with this child? Okay, she's off the pressure plate, so that's a start. She's just very slowly noodling forward, getting shot to pieces by that trap. Hey.
A question mark?
Getting pretty close to our goal. Uh-oh. This is a new kind of enemy. And it is a bastard. This is a wheel mark. It's a disembodied head with 2 faces, with its hair tied to a big wheel. And it's on fire. So, you know, that's fun.
And it breathes fire.
Yeah.
So it's like the wheel skellies from Dark Souls.
It is very
worse.
much like wheel skeletons, actually. You right there, Ginchio?
Stop, drop, and roll, Ginchio.
You done being on fire now? Okay. She just decided to not be on fire. What a tough girl. Let's see.
Do not mess with Ginchio.
you.
Actually, she's generally pretty strong in any game she's in, isn't she?
Yeah, historically speaking, she actually, you know, she was a martially trained woman. I don't know if she accompanied Munashige into battle, but I think she may have supervised one or two defensive battles on the island of Kyushu against the Shimazu clan, and for that reason, she generally gets a a spot in going to the samurai warriors and whatnot. But I am not, because I have been savagely owned by a skeleton.
Yeah, the first time you drop in on the wheel skeletons in Dark Souls is
This time we're just gonna take the lower
it's a
path.
horrifying moment. It's like, what is this thing that I see in the distance? I will approach with oh my god, it's right on me.
Yeah, they're much less threatening the further you go into into the series, though. By Dark Souls 3, they're essentially harmless. They don't really do any significant stability damage when you're blocking them. They don't do a whole lot of physical damage. They're not really much to worry about. Oh, the wheel monk's back. Ugh.
God, that charge!
Yeah, they're awful. Just gonna dump some kunai into him. I'm not dealing with that. Nothing destroys a run back like a wheel monk.
They will generally show up more frequently in shadow missions, right?
They're very common in Twilight missions, but they generally, after about this point, they're just going to start showing up whenever.
Yeah. But not frequently at like 2 at a time, like the Twilight missions will do at times.
Yeah, I mean, they'll show up in pairs in normal missions. You generally have to get a little ways in there. Okay.
Vengeance is yours.
Yeah. With extreme pleasures for some reason. But,
and sometimes things just don't go your way.
Yeah. Sometimes you're not thinking about your ninja technique. You're thinking about wheel skeletons and blessing the rains down in Manchester. Alright. We're getting close to the objective. Okay.
Beware of corners. God, that lightning sword.
Let's see, there should be... Yep, I see him there. Ugh.
Yes. You poke him a few times and do like a third of his health, and Ginchio slices him twice and he's done.
Part of the things that help with that is that Ginchio happens to be hitting them when they are invulnerable windows. So, it's time to come to life.
This is why it's good to have.
Yeah. It's also why it's good to use Reaper, because I just, you just melt these guys and that's that. Now, if I were so inclined, I could just, run around and do some more things, fight these revenants, but I don't really see anything that stands out, so we're just going to finish the mission. But first, an old charm.
How about that one over there?
We'll get to it. Mission complete.
I thought taking the objective would end the mission immediately.
No, it doesn't do that anymore at all. I think maybe in the first official release of the game, it would dump you out of side missions. Maybe it's been a little while since February of last year, but every mission now it just pops up a little thing that you have to interact with before you leave.
That's nice.
There's the smithing text. We got 5 pieces of high quality wood and a summoner's candle. Ah, and another submission.
Oh boy.
An invitation from the Warrior of the West. Now notice the top reward. That's the real important thing. So, I'm going to go over to my unwritten memories for a moment. Here's the Thunder Puppy Guardian Spirit we got last mission for helping Ginchio rescue Munashige. Notice the last line. It said that every Raiken has a mate, and their true power manifests when they are paired. this is a way to unlock a evolution of the Raiken Guardian Spirit, where you get 2 for the price of 1. But to do so, we have to duel the peerless warrior of Kyushu, Muneshige Tachibana. So, this ought to be fun. Okay, well...
And there he is.
Now, ordinarily, you're supposed to, you're supposed to do things the honorable way. Be a good, upstanding samurai boy and fight Muneshige on equal ground. No tricks, no weapons, skill against skill alone, just like Fezzik. But we're playing a ninja, so F that. I'm gonna shoot him in the face with a cannon.
Apparently he likes that.
Shoot, didn't get to him in time. Whoop. Yeah, this is Muneshige Tachibana. He, holy smokes. Edward Kelly, was able to copy Muneshige's form and some of his techniques when we fought him in Dazaifu. But, he did not copy Muneshige's warrior spirit, which is appropriately holy fuckadoli powerful.
Oh, yeah, and also his obsessive love of everything lightning.
Yeah, that's a thing. However, this boulder is the secret weapon in the mission. He just doesn't understand how to path around it. So, oof. Not like that mattered much, but So, he skunked me, but we will try again.
And yeah, there are a few stages like this where it's just a little battlefield.
Yes, there are a couple of duels. So the conventional wisdom is, yeah, you shoot him in the head to get him to fall over, and then you get a death blow while he's down. Whoa. And the Raiken will dash after you a couple of times to try to stun you. If it collides with a wall or a solid object, it'll dissipate, so that's another use for the rock.
I don't know if they planned for all this when they put the rock in here, but...
I sort of have to believe that they did.
Because this is a very difficult fight to do, just one-on-one
it is.
fairly.
It's super hard. Yeah, especially since most of his attacks do a ton of damage, and unlike a lot of enemies that are armed with bows, Muneshige will fire 3 arrows at once, and he pulls it out pretty fast, so, there's that.
A lot of his moves are fast. The lightning puppy is fast, that charge is fast. When he gets the lightning sword going...
Whoops. Excuse me.
Everything about him is speedy. That fancy move.
Oof, he tried to quadrisect me.
Yeah. You get hit too much.
Whoops, it sort of popped up in the air there for a moment. Ugh.
I mean, that one hit he got on you was from full to dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tiger Sprint is basically a full power EI quick draw, which means that it does a shed load of damage. Whoops. The puppy is flying.
Woo!
Something. Oof.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot that he generally follows up that leaping attack with another one. So, he's got moves. And... Oops, I failed to punish quadrisect, so... too far away. Poop. Should have thrown a shuriken.
The rock got you.
Yep. Oh, I did it again.
Oh no!
I got cocky. Alright, 3rd time's the charm. We can do this.
You got this. You've done it before, you can do it again.
Alright, so we'll open in the traditional style. Muneshige, bless his heart, he doesn't even call us out on it. He just takes it like a champ. However, I'm running out of cannonballs. Me. Where's that fucking... my souls. Okay. Whoops. Did it again. Ack. No, 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 no. We're not doing that. Ah. Whoops! We traded quick draws and I came up short. Alright, well. Let's see if maybe we can use the geographer.
Mushige's a full-on boss.
Yes, he is. That's why it's playing the...
Most of the duels are. Get further and further away.
Yes, he is. It's fine. He can stay as far away as he likes.
It's not really a good fight for showing off Discord.
He has pretty strong elemental resistances. I can give it a shot, but I don't have a great way to apply more than one element well.
You've got your bird.
Yeah, but I don't have living weapon ready. It's kind of hard to charge it. I guess I could be chewing on spirit stones while I dance around this rock.
Don't worry about it. Just try to.
No, this will actually probably finish things off a little quicker, so let's do that. Whoopsie toodle. No, you don't.
From the rock.
I have to retreat to my safe spot. Ugh, Thunder Puppy.
It's like the first time I pulled out the puppy in this one. Whoop!
Yep. See how I'm all lethargic now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Let's see if paralysis shuriken work. They don't. They do not. Okay. Heck.
So close.
Yeah,
That's how he bows to you.
I keep goofing up.
And that's a respectful sign.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Is the bird close enough you can grab it before it gets him? But
Maybe. No. All right. Well, we're gonna have to do this the really hard way now.
sorry.
It's okay.
I thought you had to get closer than that to.
Just gonna maybe cheese this a little bit.
Luckily, you've got lots of those.
I mean, I wouldn't say crap. Never dodge. Oh, never dodge away from Tiger Sprint.
Into the wall, puppy.
Whoops. Damn it. Having a little trouble with my reactions today.
I'd put that one on me since I can see to rush ahead.
Well, you're not the person playing the game, so ultimately, there is no putting anything on you. Alright. Now. Let's try another water amulet, because I think he's vulnerable to water.
That interrupt. Oh no, it did not interrupt putting the
No, it didn't, as a matter of fact. Ugh. Ouchie.
Oh,
He did a grapple.
your guts.
Yeah, I had huge guts, and he ripped and tore them. Stop doing that, you dingus. I'm talking to myself.
Calling Muneshige Tachibana a dingus.
Yeah.
A first time for everything in the history of histories.
Okay. Just missed with that shuriken. Wham. Oh dear. I think if he lands that grab, I'm probably toast.
Seems to be good for a lot of moves.
Whoops. Come on, Shiggy.
Shiggy?
Yeah. You know, we're pals.
That's another one for the record books.
He's killed me like 5 or 6 times. Whoops. Oh boy.
No. Fourth.
So supportive. Ack.
Okay. Just fired into that wall for some reason.
He's getting frustrated. I mean, same to be honest, but... Okay. Ding! Ack. Oh yeah, I have these bomb shurikens.
Don't do much. Oh! Oh, I see. They wait.
Yeah.
They lurk.
Yeah. Be complacent about my health.
You can get one more bird on.
Yeah, I sort of want to do it without bird, but this is starting to wear a little bit. So let's just cheat.
It's not cheating, you're using the game for things.
Oh, I mean, I think maybe Shigen would probably say this is cheating, but...
He uses his dog.
Come on, a little bit more. There we go.
Nice.
Doing my goodies.
Yeah, he uses his buddy much more than you do.
That's a lot tougher when you don't have very much health.
Yeah.
Such
He's
skill.
also very tall.
I'm standing downhill from him.
Yeah, not that much.
They're Mushige and William about the same height.
Oh, clearly the thing is you guys have to fight. And then one of you will be defeated.
Yeah. The Tachibana clan is the flower of justice. Oh, you nerd. Alright.
Puppy number 2.
Yes.
Full pupper.
Yeah, we have gone full doggo.
So are you gonna put them on, or are you gonna keep going with Pippi Longbirdie?
I'm gonna equip paired where I can.
Lightning is good.
Lightning is pretty powerful. It's one of the more effective debuffs. All right. Now then. Huh, I got a second dragon sword at some point during all that mess.
And neither of them are quite as good as the one you got.
They're higher level. The multiplier's just lower because I haven't filled with their familiarity.
Oh, I see.
First, I must dump all of these scrubby yellow and white weapons and armor.
Except for the ones you're wearing.
Correct. I must not betray the Wu-Tang secret of the ninja.
Is the secret that the Wu-Tang are ninjas?
Probably. I have maybe a couple of levels worth of them ready here, so...
Maybe.
So naturally we have to dump it all into ninjutsu.
How about some health, too?
Yeah, well, we will also get some delicious health points.
Yeah.
Now to equip the paired Raiken. Oh, I don't have enough spirits.
Oh, no!
Well, they have progressive bonuses, so...
Ah.
The only thing I don't get is the plus 15% damage to yokai.
Oh, yeah, because you don't have enough even for the one you're currently using.
Yeah.
Maybe boost spirit some.
Later.
Later.
Let's see. We'll learn about magic later. It's time to get on the boat.
Continue the story.
Yeah.
William, 官兵殿が船員を手配してくださった。わしは大阪におられる家康様へ石田方の動きを伝えに参る。早速毛利へ向かう長政殿と共にリーフデ号で大阪に向かうことにいたそう。
This mirrors the way the Leifda limped into port in Bungo province in the actual historical tale of William Adams, and then was brought to Edo later, where it sank. it was basically able to limp up the coastline, and that's it. It didn't actually, it was like, everything's fine. It was completely busted as hell. Which is why, alongside one of his vassals who was in charge of shipbuilding, Ieyasu Tokugawa commissioned, hey, is that a mountain?
Oh yes, the famous word, hey, is that a mountain? Angry ninja.
Yeah.
Speaking of ships sinking,
Hello.
Oh, they got away.
Yeah. So Anumibozu is just a big yokai made out of water and the concentrated rage and despair of people who die in storms at sea.
William takes that as a challenge. But as you were saying,
Oh yes,
commissioned.
William was part of a team commissioned to build Japan's first large Western-style ship, which was used to map the Japanese coastline. A couple of years later, they built a larger one that actually sailed all the way to the Chinese holdings in North America. And did some trade there.
It must have been an interesting time when all the world was getting connected for the first time.
Oh yeah, the Age of Sail was a time of great tumult. There was any number of weird shenanigans going on. When journeys took you months at a time, as opposed to, I don't know, what is it, from the east coast of North Carolina to the other side of the planet, like 22 hours with connections?
Yeah.
But this guy has a guardian spirit.
Don't you yell at me.
And a rad hat. And he knows something that we don't. Maybe. He is, mysterious.
あれが石田の家臣筆頭島左近殿敵にはしたくない相手よしかし左近殿でも毛利の調略は難しかろう
So that reveals that William and excuse me, and Hanzo were here for the same reason that Sakon was. They're trying to convince as many regional warlords as possible to join their respective sides in order to have a big old fight between the Tokugawa and Ishida clans. Well, here we are in the Chugoku region of Japan's main landmass. So let's do this story mission. Yeah, this is one of the Mori daimyo's retainers who wants us to go into this mine and check it out.
I gotta say, I really like how this game uses Hanzo. There's a lot of games get really cliche with ninja type characters, but Hanzo comes off as more as a diplomat.
Yeah, and that mirrors the historical role of people that we would probably just sort of lump into the category of ninja. Ninja, did not, in fact, real ultimate power people. They didn't flip out and kill everybody. They weren't, unstoppable death machines. Mostly they were just spies.
And sometimes spies are diplomats.
Yeah. So here we are in the Silver Mountains. I've got a lot of skill points to spend, so I might just do that real quick. Let's see.
Oh yeah, you built them up, haven't you?
Mm-hmm, at some point.
Speaking of ninjas,
Yeah. Yeah.
practice your ninja technique.
Yeah. Ninjas.
I don't think that's how the line went.
Oh, it goes something along those lines. So these are the two combat skills I've picked up. They both require high stance. One is Morning Moon, where if you hit strong attack after a light attack combo, you do that double forward slash somersault. The other is Sword Key, where you block, you press Y, you just do a big sort of shockwave to do a lot of stamina damage to enemies. Hey, what do you reckon this thing's doing? It's blown out wind. I'm sure that won't be important.
Air circulation in the mines. Oh, how about that? They waste no time.
You can't even let me explain it myself. Fine. F you, cat. Whoops. Threw a rock at me. Oh, okay, I'm not going to use a cannonball on him. Whoop.
Yeah, it's a bit overkill.
A little bit.
I mean, an arrow will take his head off, so...
Yeah. So yeah, all that nasty green poo gas down there will poison you if you stand in it. So don't stand in it.
Green gas is always poison.
Mm-hmm.
Video game staple.
いかんもうそこまで高毒かはよ闘技を回さねば
Yeah, this is pretty much a parallel to certain poisonous Dark Souls areas.
Yeah, sort of. This one's a lot more benign, really.
Yeah.
The frame rate's more stable, for one thing. Alright, so, yeah, as you can see, these little boulders with spirit stones studded in them are what causes the poison to billow out. So, we can,
Don't fall off.
oh, well, I guess I'm gonna fall off, so, yeah, if we destroy it, then the poison will dissipate.
Oh, hey, a little buddy.
Mm-hmm. I'll get to him in a moment. There's baddos to fight.
Gotta get jumped.
Yep.
Not while you're telling someone directions. It's rude.
It makes you look quite a fool if someone, for example, pins you down and bashes your head into a rock while you're trying to tell a small green boy how to go home. The Wamiginzan, as a level, is very labyrinthine, which fits as it is a mine, but, oh boy, there's any number of little corners to hide things in.
And they do.
Mm-hmm.
Although there's a lot of times in this game where they don't hide things in corners that very much look like...
Yeah, you see that with a lot of stuff, though. It's not,
Yeah.
It's not super unique. You know, I should really be using one of those stronger dragon swords. Give me just a moment here.
Yeah, get more familiar with it.
Correct. This one will not crack my skull. Unlucky you. They have fun with the names in this.
Yeah.
Get up there, William.
You know how to use ladders.
I've seen you do it.
They had ladders in London.
Ooh.
A lot of boys there.
Uh-huh.
All sort of in sync, too.
Yeah. Well, they're doing what they did before they died.
Working.
Now, if you notice, there was a
Insert
much
Huey Lewis song here.
there was a much larger explosion there than would have been caused by a simple grenade. That's because those large red barrels are full of black powder.
If it's red, and it's in a barrel, there's a good chance it's going to explode.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop!
Physics.
basic idea with the air circulation machines in this level is that you use them to sometimes clear out poison.
Mm-hmm. There are only a couple of places where you're really obliged to do so, but it is helpful if you're finding your way through for the first time. Whoops, you almost grabbed me.
I'm grabbed by a ghoulie.
Mm-hmm. There are ghoulies. And they'll grab you by the ghoulies.
Grabbed by the ghoulies by a ghoulie.
Yeah.
That sounds like the start of a tongue twister.
It is a bit, isn't it?
Not that much.
You gonna retaliate? Yeah, you did.
Yep.
Silly me.
If you have to ask.
I've got no interest in trying to break that poison spewing stone while Yoki's wandering around down there, so I'm just going to shoot it with a gun.
The poison has a pretty good range.
Yes, it's filling this entire area.
Yeah.
And now it's not.
It works like air. How about that? Whoa. Didn't like that.
He's not obliged to. Probably didn't like having his arms taken off, but, you know, I'm not really worried about what he likes. He is a bad demon boy, and we will not be soliciting his opinion. I'm not CNN. I don't have to bring that kind of person on my program.
Can I get that stuff up there?
Excuse me? Oh, I'm going to come back to that in a moment. This is a side passage.
Oh.
An explosive barrel. And a guy who, coincidentally, would throw grenades at said explosive barrel.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think... Yep, here's Shokichi the Combustible, who is supposed to demonstrate that concept to you.
I see. You have to go down that ladder, but no.
Yeah, it's not compulsory.
Yeah, there were a lot of people in this mine at one time.
Largest silver mine in all of Japan, as they say. That's... I'm not communicating that fact out of my own knowledge. It's just what the game says when you load the level. Let's see. There's a ladder up that way. So let's take it. Uh-oh.
What's that, Biggins? Ooh.
Ack. Oof. It did that thing where he barely missed me again. Didn't really have any business not surviving that. But,
You got through it.
yeah. Landing you can walk away from, as they say.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there's lamps, not items.
Mm-hmm.
They're tricky like that. They look kind of like items.
Yeah. Yeah, an individual dweller is basically never a threat. They're only really a problem if they catch you unawares or they have something else to support them. Now here's sort of a tricky. You have to kind of curve the bullet when you drop. But this is how you find the hot spring free while the Gene's on. So yeah, you want that.
Yeah. Partially because hot springs are good, partially because there is an achievement for finding hot springs in every level.
That's true. If you bathe in every available hot spring in the normal story mode, you get a achievement.
If you're down for that sort of thing. I am. I like achievements.
A poison a little more each arm. In the poison level? I'll take 8.
Actually, a really convenient charm.
Yeah. It's real good.
Whew.
Yeah, now things are getting funny. Funny how? Well, definitely not funny haha.
Yeah.
But at least we were able to get rid of one of the poison stones. Actually, I think that might be the only one for this area. So we're in
Yeah, it
luck.
looks like it cleared up. But there will be areas a little bit with...
I'm on fire!
Oh no!
My leg!
Come on down. He's not gonna come down, is he?
Yeah, he sort of patrols there. However, he might be watching... No, he decided to go back to his route. Okay, well...
Okay, well, showed him what for, haha.
Yeah.
He'll not be back again anytime soon.
Joke's on you. Dragon Sword.
Very good random drop.
This is a shortcut back to earlier in the level.
Pretty much always shortcuts back to the beginning of the level in there.
Yes. Which is a good thing, because sometimes you need them. Ahem, ahem.
Like, they're not always that generous when it comes to shrines, but they will almost always give you a shortcut to get back to the beginning shrine.
Yes.
Which is actually pretty nice, because it means there's not a whole lot of things respawning all the time.
Generally not, no.
Because you're not going back to the shrine and then trying to make progress, getting beat up, going back to the shrine again.
Whoops.
Oh,
Hack. Hey, remember that thing I said where dwellers can be threatening? Yeah, it turns out that,
there you go.
yeah, if you manage your encounters, it works out. But that could have gotten a little hairy.
You're doing fine.
So far. Ah. Some antidotes.
In a poison level.
Give me all of them.
Oh.
Yeah, you thought you were gonna get me, but in fact I got you. Bamboozled again. And he's guarding an extremely important item. It's the way to get down to the central mines, which is through that door. But
Oh, hey buddy.
first Kodama, and second, there's a yokai realm pool up there, but I'm not leaving that stone unturned.
Yeah, just the yokai room. Oh, and an item you can skip.
And the Kodama, yeah.
Whoa!
Hack! My face!
Bats!
I was not listening for the squeaking.
They will get you.
Yeah, they give you a couple levels of no bats just to
Make you
lull you into a
forget.
false sense of security, and then splat. The other clue should have been this big pile of guano here. But
No one's telling the boss anything.
correct.
Oh, nice, another summoner's candle.
Mm-hmm.
Good tightrope walker.
Yeah, Yajirobe fell down, and anybody who's a Dragon Ball Z fan doesn't really feel anything about that one way or another. Because Yajirobe is boring. Aha.
Oh, he hasn't noticed you yet.
Yeah.
Whoop! Well, that did nothing.
Yeah, it's the shell. Hack. No, you don't. Hiss. Maybe he will. Yeah, I think he's probably going to do that thing where he dissipates into yokai.
Oh, he's trying to come for you.
Okay. I I'll definitely take the opportunity to,
Shoot it in the face.
yeah, not learn from my mistake and in fact get all of this delicious Kappa treasure.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah.
If the pathfinding works in your favor, take it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that happen before, but I'm glad it did.
So don't depend on that.
Hashtag blessed. Fuck, did I actually just say that?
Yes, you did.
What is wrong with me? I'm thinking about Deadpool a lot recently, I think.
Well, the second one is coming out, like, in a few weeks.
Oh, is it?
Yes, like, middle or end of May.
Yeah, so the thing about wheel marks is if you can hit them in that Umbrella crystal that's embedded in one of their faces, they will be stunned and fall doomed. And the way to do that then is to convince them to breathe fire, and then you generally you've done for them. But boy, they do a ton of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything up here? Well, I guess
There's
not.
just the Yokai Realm and the Kappa.
Yeah, just for a chance to get that sweet loot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the central mine.
So I would say about, what, halfway done with the level?
This is another one that is...
More third.
Well, yeah, this is actually pretty much there's a halfway point. So yeah, I would say this is it.
Well, okay.
All right, let's get spirit. Let's see, I
Still
need
need
14,000 more Amrita.
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to shake that, but let's just take a quick look, see if we have any items that might be able to help.
I don't think you have anything
Yeah,
that'll do
that's
that much.
that's $7 grand worth of spirit stones, but it's not
Yeah, not
not worth it to dump them right now.
No, not when there's a chance of losing them.
What is currently in my pocket?
Is there a Kodama really close to a shrine?
Sometimes there was one. There was one maybe 20 feet from a shrine in Dazaifu,
Buddy.
because it was just on the other side of the shortcut back to the first shrine.
Whoop.
Whoa, goof.
Yeah, the nasty thing about wheel monsters, we probably put them on narrow pathways that will block you in. It's a nasty bit of business.
Now this area is particularly gross because there are multiple stones, and they're kind of hard to see unless you know what to look for. Also, I don't have a good spot to snipe that one, so I'm going to have to venture into this area a little bit. And be on the lookout for bad guys like that Dweller, who's fairly well camouflaged against the rock.
Yeah.
Attack me when I get about there, so I'm just going to get him from downtown.
Nice. Getting the Amrita always looks a little bit like you're getting attacked or something.
The way it sort of slowly homes in on you is kind of reminiscent of some of the spells you see in games like this. Other stone is right there. However, there's a patrolling Yoki. So...
Someone seems to be trying to mine it. Oh no, he's mining in the other direction. Oh,
Where
you're
is
getting
that?
poisoned.
Yep. I'm feeling sick. Oh.
Lucky you found all those antidotes earlier.
Yeah, that's the most dangerous poison stone in the whole area. So it's not hugely a thing to dispatch
Yeah,
this
it
other
is.
one because it's just right there. I'm not going to shoot it with an arrow though because that would be wasteful.
Shoot a rock with an arrow.
Actually, maybe I'll just use my cannon. This will work a little better.
Yeah.
Excellent. Poison, go away.
Now you can go and fight everything that's down there.
First, this treasure chest, which can be a little bit confusing to find. But it has some good stuff in it.
Ooh, yeah. Mage's locks.
Uh-huh.
Have we gotten those before? We've gotten samurai locks, I think.
I don't believe we've gotten O'Neill made locks before. Whoops.
Don't stop and look at those things just yet.
I was hypnotized by the possibility of purples. He just walked right through that supporting me. What a powerful move.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Gives you a crappy Odachi.
That's okay. There will be better Odachi. If I ever decide to use one in this run, I'm not sure I'll bother. This guy's got Tonfa. Those guys, the revenants that carry Tonfa, are a nightmare to fight. I don't know why, it's just something about the way they work is sort of difficult for me to solve. But Cassius Mishima here should not be so difficult. Especially since Odachi are very easy to parry.
Whoa!
I've seen that.
No kidding.
Oops. Even then, I almost skunked him. Boy, I'm really off my game tonight. Whatever. Okay. There was one other thing I want to do before I proceed on the ground level. There's a side passage that you can get to by dropping, which is just... that's a shortcut door that I just passed. It's just over here.
Aha! You were saying lots of little side paths.
Mm-hmm. Some more grenades. That dropped money.
Delicious money.
Yeah.
And money, boys.
Yep.
Go home. Explosive barrel?
Let's see if I can do something with that. No, not really.
Not from that direction.
He doesn't seem to know what to do about this.
Now throw it.
Yeah, I should have. This'll work too.
As long as no one is throwing anything at you.
I am fine. Now, one thing to note is that if you have a weapon that happens to deal fire elemental damage, if you attack those or if you dash into them, they will explode. So be very cautious about what you're carrying.
So many of the memories in here are just heartbreaking.
Yeah, most of the memories in the game are like, oh no, I'm...
Yeah, but you also get a lot that are like, oh, this is a whole bunch of thieves, and oh, they died doing bad things.
Yeah, fair.
And this is pretty much entirely just innocent mine workers who suddenly started suffocating to death.
Or schlubs killed by improper regulation. Well, I don't know if you can regulate that. Ooh,
I
boy.
wonder if they use canaries in Japanese mining.
Are there canaries on Japan?
I don't know. I mean, just or a similar thing for detecting poisonous gases.
Good question.
You know, take crickets down. I don't know.
If we have if we have any historians on Japanese mining practices, feel free to contribute in the chat.
It's a legitimate question.
It is one. I wish I knew the answer. It's, you know, sort of an interesting thought. Hey, something's glowing back there. Back behind those crates.
Oh, yeah. Whoa!
Yeah, I wonder what that could have been.
Nasty.
Ah! Oh, I'm in trouble.
Woo!
What am I doing? How? Whatever. I don't
The
think
moves!
Yeah, I don't think he can get me here, so...
Hey, you found a treasure.
Lucky me.
Oh man, look at all that stuff.
I got a full...
Whole armor set.
And a weapon. The prize for my cowardice. They do say that discretion is the better part of power.
That's a pretty well hidden treasure chest too.
Is he still just raging?
No,
He
he's-
followed me. Okay. Good.
Now we're on better ground.
Uh-huh.
I can spin too, says William.
They do say that you should spin to win. Yeah, I'll
And
just...
he does. Yeah, I think there's only like one item you haven't gotten from around here.
Whatever it is, I'm not sure I care. Look at all these Amrita crystals growing everywhere.
Woo! Danger zone.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those boys too.
Yeah. I've missed at
Yeah,
least
that
one.
treasure over there to your left. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's just something on a body. It's probably not that good.
Oh, you never know.
No, we never will.
Not true.
Oh, maybe there's another way around here.
Yeah. Just gotta deal with this guy down the shortcut.
This is that. The door that was at the beginning. None of that. Always be love. Not here. Energy back. Whoa! Ain't getting his head back though.
He threw a little tantrum and he got spanked. Yep. I'm not going to rest at the shrine because that would bring back all of the wheel monks. And what do we say about wheel monks?
Not today.
Not even once.
Okay, so. And it was.
Yokai water pots. If you ever wanted to generate your own pools of that gross yokai fog, that's how you do it.
Why would you?
If you are fighting another player, you can use that to hamper their stamina regeneration. Yeah. Not sure I have the best weapons to deal with this boss, but we'll give it a shot.
Yeah, we're already at the boss.
Yeah, this is the lower mine.
So welcome to this boy. I mean, just a little skittery thing.
It's
Or a lot of skittery things.
yeah. I'm joining up like some kind of train with legs.
Shoot, shoot, motherfuckers.
Yeah, this is an omukade. It means big centipede. And he's going to start pumping poison into the area pretty quickly, so you got to get up out of there. And there are a couple of ways to deal with him. One is that you can turn on this machine and go down to fight him. I don't prefer doing that, because it leaves you vulnerable to the toxic fog. I usually like to try to race him out to this area, because you can stay out of the fog, and you have more stable footing than being on the plank way.
He sure does love his poison.
Yeah, there's a couple of different attacks when he does this. He can spit boulders at you, he'll spit poison or paralytic mist, or he will try to smash the can at you, like that.
Someone explain the head banging to him. He doesn't quite get it.
Yeah, he's fine. Whoops. Ah. Sometimes he'll do that, which is pretty gross. Also worth noticing that each segment of his body has a separate health bar and stamina meter, and that becomes important, later. Stop doing that!
Put in a bad place. We can walk it up like that. Oh, look. They're all going their separate ways.
Tries to run away from you. So, reform his body, and honestly, I think I'm gonna let him. He's chasing him down into the poison as a fool's errand.
I mean, you could turn on the fan anyway, just
I will never. I will never go to the stinky place.
My fan's not in the stinky place.
And you can hear him chugging along in the background. Yeah, the Great Centipede boss is kind of dull. This is basically all he does.
Hey Travis, good to see you back. It says that axes have mystic art that increases damage and Nioh contribution as well.
Yeah, that is another true thing. I didn't want to mention it because we haven't gotten to that point in the game yet, but that's a true fact. It's one of the two choices you get as the capstone skill for axe. Time to thunder puppy.
Get 'em, puppers.
It's probably not going to finish it. So.
Oh, yeah!
Got him. Alright.
Nice.
Good. Yeah, Owakade is a boss that I find not particularly difficult to fight, but he's sort of boring, and he can be a little bit tricky to do a no-hit run on, just because he's got a lot of health, and your windows to hit him are sometimes a little bit limited.
A lot of health and a lot of parts.
Yeah, eliminating his head is the only thing you need to do. The individual parts are just, I think maybe if you kill one it contributes a little bit of damage to his body. It's been a while since I bothered to try, because, as you may have noticed, there's nothing really compelling you to actually defeat each individual segment.
Yeah. The head's the important part, even though they seem like they act independently.
No more treasure around here, so let's depart from the mine.
Onward. Let us leave this terrible place.
Just make sure you sweep this under the rug, would you, William? If I want further assistance from the Mori clan, go see a big piece of shit. And the way we do that is by going to the next story mission, called The Ocean Roars Again. But that's actually a fairly long level, so I don't think I'm going to do that this time. What I am going to do is do this sub-mission called the Magatama of Fire. There are a couple of missions like this over the course of the game, and you need to finish them in order to improve the blacksmith's capabilities. So, this is the first errand we'll be doing for Tomei. Right back in. Back to Stinktown.
Okay, yes, I have cleared out the horrible poison beasts. Now, excuse me. I have some things I need to get.
Yeah. From the horrible poison beasts. What? Huh? Yeah. You'll notice that this doorway into the mines is closed off because they start us right in the central, at the central shrine. Because this is a submission, they've used in-game resources to gate you a little bit and make it a more compact area.
Yeah, very few submissions are as long as the stage that they were in.
Which is nice. And now that we have Spirit 12, look for us to start doing hellacious damage to yokai. Oh, what do you know? Some of the poop stones are back.
Yeah, that whole thing about reopening the mines, like, maybe not a good idea.
Yeah, we missed maybe one or two things. It's okay. We'll figure it out.
Skelly Man never stood a chance.
Correct. Just the way we like it. Let's see. There is one of Poison Rock.
They move them to different places in this stage?
Yeah.
Nice.
The other one is in the same spot.
Here.
Yeah, there's a Yoki patrolling, but he's not going to come over here because you can see that I didn't cover it because I didn't want to potentially smaz myself, but that section of bridge would collapse if I stepped on it. So.
It's not a deadly fall, though.
It's not, but it does a decent amount of damage, and it puts you in a perilous position. Let's see, I think I could use bombs to eliminate that one, so let's do that.
Oh, I knocked the other guy away.
Yep.
Oh well.
Yep. I'm not going to lose any sleep over that.
Kill them later.
Mm-hmm. Goodbye, poison guys. I'll most likely kill you in the morning.
Oh, that's such a good movie.
Yeah.
Also getting a lot of Simple Fried references in tonight.
There's plenty?
No, not at all.
Good. Y'all got any treasure down here? Any Magatamas that are on fire? Anybody at all?
No.
Y'all are bitches.
Could have gone back to work, but they were waiting for you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, if there was some maniac with a sword running around killing people, I probably wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I'll just go back, you know, I'll just sit down and do some light spreadsheeting. Left a treasure behind there. Probably going to want to go back for that. Things in side missions are usually pretty good. You find a lot of additional skill point items lying around.
So there's a lot of benefit to not just rushing through.
Correct.
Oh, one of these boys.
Uh-huh. I think
He's
I'm
right
going...
next to an explosive barrel.
Yeah. See how he's colored red?
Mm-hmm.
That means he's fire elemental, so the explosion will not really do significant damage to him.
Yeah, that means you won't get hurt. At least not by the explosion. Whoa!
Yeah,
Oh, another poison on memory charm.
very nice. Yeah, one thing about living weapon that is not immediately obvious is that if you absorb Unwita while you have it open, it will it'll continue to it'll refill the bar a little bit, which means you can keep fighting. So that's handy. But I don't think it's going to last long enough for me to get up to that last Yoki. We can give it a shot.
Yeah!
Just did.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's actually a popular way to play this game, is to do a living weapon build, where you stack a lot of stuff that increases the duration of your weapons. You have your Spirit Stone ready to go in one of your quick slots, and then you open up a living weapon and then pop a stone every once in a while to keep it going, which means that you don't take damage to your health, you just take damage to your stamina bar, essentially, and you get all the benefits of just running around like a maniac, hacking to people to pieces with your lightning sword, for example.
With the extra attack that you... Or, there it is underneath you.
Yeah, I gotta go around to the, to the fan. The extra attack.
Destroys yokai.
Yeah, between Roiken's inherent bonus and the fact that you have living weapon up, which just increases your attack and by a little bit anyway, it's, yeah, you generally really melt bad guys.
I don't remember those holes before. Were they there?
They were there.
Okay. I assume you don't want to fall down them?
No, those are bottomless death pits.
Can you push enemies into it?
Oh, probably. I've never really bothered to try. I don't generally like shoving enemies into pits or places I can't access in this game because that means you don't get their loot.
Yeah. Oh, there's a buddy.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what this is. Oh, it's just a skeleton. I don't know why I thought it was a wheel monk.
Because the wheel monk wasn't where it was before.
Yeah, could be.
The boss is 3 wheel monks.
Three wheel monks tied together like
Reliant
one of
Robin.
those. Well, yeah, well, I was gonna say one of those motorized 3-wheel cycles that you see around every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's much
also-
more funny to imagine a Robin.
Yeah.
Probably be a little bit less threatening than your average wheel monk, which would be nice.
I need to share that picture of the couple that was driving their converted 3-wheeled motorcycle. They made it into a chariot that even had like
Oh, right, you just saw them driving down the freeway.
Yeah,
It must have been really surreal.
it really was, because like it was the vehicle portion was a chariot, and on the front they had like a rocking horse that had been like, or a carousel horse or something that had been converted into the horse for the chariot, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it was really, it's wild. You should, yeah, share that on Twitter. That'll be
Yeah,
handy.
yeah. I'll dig the picture up.
There's these 2 retirees going down the street like triumphant gladiators.
I know it's on my writing account, but I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to find it. I use too many GIFs.
Whoopsie doodle.
Careful.
Yeah, I'm getting a little frisky.
There it is. There. Gosh, it was almost 2 years ago I saw them.
Mm-hmm. Where are they now?
I don't know.
Yeah, this submission is also a good place to find revenants. However, before I fight any of them, there are snipers who need dealing with. As they say, sniper no sniping.
No, I will snipe who I want to.
We can snipe when we want to. We can leave your heads behind.
Your friends know sniping. If they don't snipe, well then they're no friends of mine.
Yeah, something like that. Even in side missions, there's treasure everywhere.
I forgot that they had a smiley face bag just strapped to the back too. It makes it a little bit more surreal.
one thing left to do, and that's that yokai pool over there. But beforehand, let's see if we can bully this Revenant.
Alright, it has been completed. So if you go to at Max and Chachi at Twitter, you will see the chariot. Or the best picture I could get of it, really. They were fast. It was kind of difficult.
I'm not doing with this on Nioh. Not in tight corners like that.
No.
And you can see we've got a Kagetsuchi's Magatama, which is the thing that Tomei wanted us to bring her.
You're done, you can leave this horrible place.
Mm-hmm. Now, unfortunately, we've been going for almost 2 hours. We're not quite there yet, but 15 minutes isn't really much time to get anything substantial done. So probably what I'll do once I turf all of this stuff out of my inventory is excuse me. I will go ahead and I'll go ahead and go through the Amrita memories so we can look at some of the yokai illustrations close up.
Yeah. Apparently I need to change my time zone or something on Twitter, because I just got the happy birthday alert on my page. It's like, no, there's still a few hours to that.
You must be on GMT or something.
Or something, but... yeah, it's my birthday tomorrow! Yay!
Happy birthday!
Chachi got me a copy of Yakuza 0. And if we had a capture card, I would stream it. But we don't.
Is that a hint?
Maybe something for later. But Yakuza 0 is a very fun game to watch, and I'm looking forward to playing it.
So these are the Amrita memory categories. Thought Amrita is basically all of the tutorials and things that you've heard when you find a memory in a piece of Amrita that you see in a level. Yokai illustrations is exactly what it says on the tin. Same with guardian spirits and characters. The Tale of Nioh is the cutscene viewer. This is where you can go back to see anything that you've watched in the scene viewer up to this point. So let's go up and have a look. So here's our first basic yokai. It's a skeleton warrior.
To get more information on them, you need to beat 100 of them.
Mm-hmm. That's not difficult. They're all over the place.
Yeah, you're probably pretty close already, really.
Yeah. And you can pan around, zoom in and out with the left stick. The D-pad allows you to change appearance. In the case of skeleton warriors, it basically just changes between the regular skeleton warrior and the large one. Large ones always have axes. The small ones, as you may remember, have single sword or spear. These are dwellers. This is sad zombie boy.
Also easy to get 100 of.
Here's those Oni bee that we saw in that one mission. It's a head that's on fire. It's a demon. What a dickhead.
No, it's just a head.
And this one's water elemental. Yeah. So the 5 principal elements are represented in Oni bee. Now this is an enemy that is usually seen only in Twilight missions, or later in the game. There are a couple of details that you should notice. The first is that, if you look carefully, that Biwa loot has a face on it. There are 2 crescent-shaped eyes where the sound holes in the body would be, so to let sound come out from the sounding board. The bridge resembles, or excuse me, the lower fretboard resembles a nose and a mouth, And then there's a row of human molars along the bottom there that you can see.
Oh, wow. I had seen them, but I hadn't noticed. Yeah, that's horrifying.
Yeah. Also, the monster is not the man playing the lute. The monster is the lute. See its little arms forcing the guy to play it for eternity? So yeah, these are grim. These guys do a couple of things.
Guy's literally played his hands bloody.
Yeah. They do two things. If you get close to them, they will summon Onibi to defend themselves. They also will cause any gravestones in the vicinity to spit their revenants out without you interacting with them. So they'll just force enemies to spawn. Here are sentries, our living statue buddies.
Apparently you've killed enough to get the second entry on them.
Yeah, these guys are comparatively rare, so you don't have to defeat as many. Here are Kappa with their delicious shiny Kappa shell, which in this game appears to have a coating of crystallized Amrita. Here's our Yoki friend. This is the two-horned variety with the single sword. Here's the single-horned guy with two swords, the Ninja Yoki. We also have the one-horned Yoki, who, they're not really all that different from the mono horns. They just a little bit harder to get a stun on by breaking their horn. And here's an Amrita Fiend. These guys are basically just Yoki with an additional wrinkle. They have an elemental attribute that you can see visible on their sword and the coloration of the large Amrita crystals on their back. If you deal enough damage of the same element as an Amrita Fiend, it will perish automatically. But it will also explode violently.
Ooh.
So if you see one fall over but it's not dead yet, get out of dodge. Here's our horrible one-eyed imp friend with his ridiculous long tongue. And here are the Oni that they can turn into if they lick you enough. These are the demon monks known as Onyudo. They have a variety of martial arts maneuvers, a lot of open palm slaps, chops, and swipes. They will also try to rush at you to sort of just bulldoze you down, and they can use their tongue to slash at you or grab you and sweep you off your feet. They, like Amrita Fiends, come in a variety of elemental flavors: fire, water, lightning, earth, and wind. These assholes. Here's front face, here's back face, with the Amrita crystal. You can see that they are lashed to this wheel by their hair. This is a yokai that we haven't seen in the game yet. They're not really a boss, but they may as well be. They're fast, and they deal a lot of damage. They also carry a Kakara staff, which is one of those ones you see monks carrying every once in a while with the jingly rings, and they use a variety of martial arts and wind-based attacks. They also like to fly up in the air, grab you by the head, and kick you into the ground. They suck, but they're vulnerable to lightning. And here's the first boss, the Onryoki. You can see he's got his big prisoner's balls and chain lashed to him, and he has a bunch of sad faces all over his body because he is an amalgam of many tortured spirits.
And usually with the bosses, you have to beat them, as you can see here, 3 times to get all of the info. But that includes beating them while you're helping other people.
Yes, or if you meet them again in a submission. So here's the Hino Enma. You can see some interesting details. She has her long, tall clogs that she uses to kick you with. And then we can see there's a much clearer shot of her wings that are basically just an umbrella, which she pulls them off and uses them to smack you with. Here's the Nioh, coruscating with electricity and with his gross, goggle-eyed monkey face. And if I pull it around, we can see... Yep, there's the serpent tail. So he's sort of a chimeric creature. And then, of course, here's the Omikade we just found, who takes a while to load because there's a lot going on with his model. He just sort of stretches off into the darkness there. Ooh, look at him wiggling. And since we have a little more time, we'll look at our guardian spirits. Here's the one we started with, Daibawashi, the horse killer hawk. I guess these are supposed to be an explanation for how some horses will just drop dead. You know, poor Freckles thought of Daibawashi and died. He's got Got a little charm around his neck and his bitchin' hairdo. Fuseushi. Symbol of strength and protection against bad juju. If you notice, he has little prayer wheels around his yoke, similar to the one that we saw in that abandoned shrine with Nioh. Here's
Puppy.
Singleton Raiken. He's got a little drum around his neck. That type of drum is often associated with thunder spirits, because it's believed that they use those drums to create the sound of thunder. And here's Parrot Raiken. Look at those good dogs. I believe the one on the right with the larger tag, I think that is the male Raiken, and the one on the left with the little sort of red charm is his mate. And here's the one who was with us at the beginning of the game, was kidnapped by Edward Kelly. Yeah, it has a Gaelic name. It's pronounced Saoirse, means freedom, as you can see in the description. It's a water spirit with wings on she head, and sort of like a guppy tail, or like a betta fish or something. Interesting design. And we'll finish it up by looking at our principal characters. Here's our hero, William Adams. He's wearing the iconic armor that you can get this set in the game. It's a decent medium armor set. This is also the set that's featured on the cover of the game. Here's Hanzo Hattori.
Usually for people's individual stories, you have to beat certain missions to unlock more.
Yes, true. Some of them will be revealed as you go through the story. Some of them are, more immediately obvious if you have the prerequisites. We have the name for the kunoichi who scolded us for being a drunk, Okatsu. Another one of the Iga Ninja. This is the fellow we saved from the Hino Enma. He's good-natured but brash and a little dumb, but he's a very good spearman, as we might guess from his big old lance and his bitchin' oxhorn helmet. And here's Hidad Kanbei, an adept strategist and politician.
He is the one who gave us the name Anjin.
In this game.
Yeah.
I believe Ieyasu Tokugawa came up with the idea in history, but who really knows? It's Ginshio. She doesn't have her bitchin' sword drawn, but that's okay. She's got a pretty good aesthetic. I quite like the contrast of her relatively drab armor with the little accents, like the purple silk holding the plates together, and that royal blue on the interior of her cloak. It's very striking. And here's she-husband, Muneshige Tachibana. He gold. You can get that sword with the funny ring on its hilt. It's called the Nioh Yogi Kanemutsu. It's a water elemental katana. But you have to beat the smithing text out of him, which can be tricky. Because it's all down to RNG, and some bosses you have to beat like a zillion of times to get the damn smithing text to drop. Fuku is the woman who is controlling the Nioh at Dazaifu to try to keep people from getting inside. She is a female onmyoji. She's got that tall eboshi-style cap and some robes with little puffs on the sleeve. Very cute. And got those clogs. Very...
The tops of her legs are probably very cold at times.
Yeah, her hips don't lie for whatever reason. I don't know. I guess she wants to flaunt it if she got it. And here's the fellow we met. This is his field armor.
You didn't really exchange any, two words to each other.
Yeah, but there was a lot of it said.
Yeah.
So as we can see, this is another spearman, and on his back is the clan of the Ishida, or the crest of his house. But I think he also has the Ishida clan crest somewhere on here. Yes. Derek. Here he is in his human, but very large form with his gross axe. And here's Executioner Derek, with his Amrita spikes after he was transformed by Edward Kelly, who was right here. What a prick. Nobody likes you, Edward. They don't like you because you kill them and turn them into monsters. And I think we'll call it there. Everyone who joined us, especially Onmi Halls and Travis, who joined us in the chat. Thank you very much.
If you enjoyed the show and are not currently following us, please go ahead and hit us up with a follow, because that does help us out. Let's see, I believe Psych Eyeball is currently streaming, so we're gonna go pop on over to him. So thank everybody for coming. We will be back on Wednesday, where I'll be playing some more Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Thanks again, everyone.